Hi guys, my name is Steve B. I want to talk to you a little bit today about staying sober for today. This is one day that's right in front of you. That's all we got to do. Stay sober today. There are no tomorrows, but if tomorrow comes, it'll be today. Today, by the way, happens to be June 15th, 2026. And it's going to be that all day. And you know what it is? It's a special day because it's the one and only June 15, 2026 there will ever be in the history of time. And I'm here to enjoy it. I'm here to celebrate it. And I thought I'd talk to you guys for a few minutes today, our little chat about about judging people. I mean, judging people. It could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, and I want to talk about both sides of that coin. Um, and um, and it's a two-sided thing, and I'll explain to you what I mean by that. Jesus came and he said to us one day. He said, "Judge not, and you will not be judged." Now, I think what he's doing is he's talking about judging people to make yourself feel, a little bit better than them, even though none of us are better than any of us. And I think that's what he was referring to. When you come into recovery, and I'm going to say this, because it's interesting. You have to, in a way, you have to judge people because if you don't, you're not going to know what they're like. And call it taking their inventory. Sometimes you got to do that. I do that with everybody. And it's going to show you who you want to be around, and it's going to show you who you don't want to be around. Like for instance, I'm not going to want to be around people that are doing bad things, working a bad program. I see it all the time. I see it all the time. I'm not going to hang out with the people that go to a meeting once in a while. I'm going to be around the ones that go to the meetings all the time. And I'm not gonna bash them or anything, I'm gonna take their inventory and I'm not gonna do what they're doing. 'Cause and there's a little thing that says, if you want what I have, you got to do what I do. And I go to meetings, I hang on every freaking word at the meetings. If I'm in a chair, I sit in that chair. I don't get up unless it's deadly important. I'll stay there. As far as judging people, what you have to do is you have to see what the motive is. Is the motive to make myself feel a little more superior than they are? Is my motive to bash them, to make them look small and hurt them? I have to look at that because that's very important. Or is my motive to like say warning, warning, like the robot and Lost in Space. The warning, warning. Meaning, be as kind as you can to the person and tell them that you want to help them all you can. But if they're doing bad stuff, man, not to partake, yeah, partake in their bad deeds. To kind of like take care of yourself no matter what, no matter what. And that's like there's in my realm, I have a wall, or a line in the sand, if you will, and I don't go past that. I'll never go past that because my sobriety is just about the most important thing in my life. Without it, I have nothing. Sorry. Without it, I got nothing. And I have to guard that with everything that I have, and I got to be careful who I let into my little realm or my circle, if you will. You know, and I'm real careful about that. I don't want to jeopardize my sobriety. Staying sober for today is the most important thing I'm going to do today. You know, and I have to, you call it judging, you call it, like taking their inventory. Sometimes you have to do that. You got to do that to protect yourself from harm. If let me see if I could think of an example. You know, that outside the door there's a deadly cobra waiting to come in, and that should give you a little bit of fear, and it should be to keep the door shut, or don't let him in if you can help it. If you let him in, it's gonna probably hurt you. And that's interesting that I use that, because the analogy of drinking and alcohol for me is like a deadly cobra. It's gonna, if you give it the opportunity, it's gonna hurt you, maybe kill you. And that's what alcohol is to me, like the deadly cobra. Got to keep it out, got to keep it away, got to stay safe. My goodness, you have to, and if you don't, you may be in for trouble. Um, yeah, it's a beautiful day down here. I have no idea what the temperature is, but it's going to be great today. I think 68 or something like that. It's like beautiful. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I got my walk in. I feel better for that. The air quality today seems really great. Really, really great. And great day to walk. And I thought of this topic when I was walking. I said, yeah, that's a good topic, because in a way you have to judge. But what's your motive? Is it to put that person down? Is it to hurt them? Is it to endanger their reputation or make it look bad? I'm a human, and sometimes I want to do human things that are not really godly things that Jesus wouldn't approve of. And I have to ask myself, what would Jesus do? Would he do that? Would he put someone down to make himself feel better? I don't think so. I don't think so. I know so. I know he wouldn't do that. And I ought to him being my example. I ought to do the same thing. You know, ask myself, is it going to hurt the person? Am I looking to look, that I might look a little better saying that, and they might look a little worse? Hey, we're human and we do human things, but also in recovery, we're trying to get better. One little piece at a time. You know, and the puzzle comes together. And you have to ask yourself, why would I do that? Why would I want to hurt someone or hurt their reputation? And sometimes the best thing to say is nothing. Don't say anything. And go your merry way. If I really like that when I've heard that, people that say, if I don't have anything nice to say, I won't say anything. And that's a good practice. What I need to practice more of. Because I am human, and I do not always do good things. Sometimes I do the thing that is not right, and I pay for it. Pay for it. It's not good. You know. But I'm glad you guys checked in with me today. It's beautiful down here at the park. Windy, very windy. You can probably hear the wind. Feel windy. But it's not a cold wind. Very comfortable. I'm in the shade now and in the wind, and it's very comfortable. You know, And what's today? Today is Monday, June 15th, 2026. But Monday is Mo Monday. So after the meeting down here, which will be in a little while, I am going to head over to Mo's and eat Mo's, and I don't know, hang out at home. Maybe write a little more. It's always a good thing to do. But guys, yeah, best thing in the world, man. is to put it past in your, what do you call it? In your plan to, keep in mind before you say something, or, ask, is it right? Is it wrong? Would God approve of it? Would Jesus do it? They're all good questions, you know, and the answer will come. If you ask them, the answer will come. And say a silent prayer and say, what should I do? What should I say? And then be kind of careful, kind of cautious, and just don't go out of your way not to hurt people. Not hurting people is a good way to live. And guys, I'm glad you checked in with me today. It was so awesome talking to you. You go and have a fantastic day. Love you all, and God bless.